Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into a topic that's been on a lot of people's minds lately: the possibility of a major global conflict, often referred to as World War III. It's a heavy subject, I know, but it's crucial to approach it with a clear head, separating sensational headlines from what experts are actually saying. So, let's break down the current global situation, explore the key flashpoints, and understand the factors that could either escalate or de-escalate tensions. Our goal here isn't to scare anyone, but to foster a better understanding of the complex world we live in. First off, why is this conversation happening now? A big part of it is the ongoing war in Ukraine. This conflict is more than just a regional dispute. It involves major world powers, either directly or indirectly. The support provided by NATO countries to Ukraine has created a tense standoff with Russia. Experts point to this as a primary flashpoint. The concern is that a miscalculation or an accidental clash between NATO and Russian forces could quickly spiral out of control. Think about it. An incident in the Black Sea or a stray missile crossing a border could trigger treaty obligations, like NATO's Article 5, which states that an attack on one member is an attack on all. This is the classic tripwire scenario that has military strategists and political analysts working overtime to prevent. They're constantly managing this delicate balance to avoid a direct confrontation. But the situation in Eastern Europe isn't the only area of concern. Let's shift our focus to the Indo-Pacific region, specifically the tensions surrounding Taiwan. The dynamic between China and the United States here is incredibly complex. The U.S. has historically maintained a policy of strategic ambiguity, meaning it hasn't explicitly stated whether it would defend Taiwan militarily. Meanwhile, China views Taiwan as a part of its territory. Any move towards formal independence by Taiwan could be seen as a red line. The region is a hub of global trade, and any conflict there would have immediate and devastating economic consequences for the entire world. The web of alliances the U.S. has in the region, with countries like Japan, South Korea, and the Philippines, adds another layer of complexity. A conflict over Taiwan could quickly draw in multiple nations, creating a widespread crisis. Another area that consistently comes up in these discussions is the Middle East. The region has long been a powder keg of geopolitical rivalries, and the current situation is no different. The long-standing tensions between Iran and nations like Israel and Saudi Arabia, coupled with the involvement of global powers like the US and Russia, create a volatile mix. Proxy conflicts in places like Yemen and Syria have shown how regional disputes can become battlegrounds for larger powers. A direct military confrontation in the Strait of Hormuz, a critical choke point for global oil supplies, could trigger a massive energy crisis and escalate into a much broader conflict. The intricate network of alliances and historical grievances makes the Middle East a perennial flashpoint. That requires constant diplomatic attention to prevent flare-ups. Now, let's talk about the new domains of warfare. Modern conflict isn't just about tanks and planes anymore. Cyber warfare is a huge factor. Imagine a coordinated cyber attack that takes down a country's power grid, financial systems, or communication networks. This could be as devastating as a physical attack and could be a prelude to one. The challenge with cyber attacks is attribution. It can be very difficult to prove who is responsible, which can lead to rapid and dangerous escalations based on assumptions. Similarly, space is becoming a contested domain. Satellites are crucial for communication, navigation, think GPS, and intelligence gathering. An attack on a nation's satellites could cripple its military and civilian infrastructure. These new frontiers of conflict add a layer of unpredictability that didn't exist in previous world wars. So, with all these potential triggers, is a major global conflict inevitable? Most experts would say no, and this is a really important point. There are powerful forces working to prevent such a catastrophe. The biggest one is the concept of mutually assured destruction, or MAD. The major nuclear powers, the United States, Russia, and China have enough nuclear weapons to cause unimaginable devastation. The leaders of these countries are acutely aware that a full-scale nuclear exchange would have no winners. This grim reality serves as a powerful deterrent, forcing nations to pull back from the brink. It's the ultimate check on escalation, a concept that has, for the most part, kept the peace between major powers since the end of World War II. Another crucial factor is economic interdependence. In our globalized world, the economies of major powers are deeply intertwined. A war between the US and China, for example, would wreck global supply chains and could trigger a worldwide depression. Companies and governments have a massive vested interest in maintaining stability and trade. This economic entanglement acts as a strong brake on military aggression. When countries rely on each other for goods, services, and financial stability, the cost of going to war becomes astronomically high for everyone involved, not just the combatants. This creates a powerful incentive for diplomacy and negotiation over conflict, and that brings us to diplomacy. Despite the heated rhetoric we often see in the news, lines of communication between major powers remain open. Diplomats are constantly working behind the scenes to manage crises, de-escalate tensions, and find common ground. International organizations like the United Nations, while often criticized, provide a platform for dialogue and conflict resolution. Even during the tensest moments of the Cold War, backchannels and diplomatic efforts were crucial in preventing disaster. This ongoing, often unseen, work of international diplomacy is one of our most important tools for maintaining global peace and stability. It's also important to remember the role of public opinion and citizen movements. Throughout history, anti-war movements have played a significant role in shaping government policy. In today's connected world, information and disinformation spreads like wildfire. A global public that is informed and engaged can exert pressure on leaders to choose peace over war. The shared human desire for safety, security, and a better future for our children is a universal value that transcends national borders. This collective will for peace is a powerful, though sometimes underestimated, force in international affairs. So, what can we take away from all this? The world is certainly in a state of flux, with serious challenges and real risks. Understanding the flashpoints in Ukraine, the Indo-Pacific, and the Middle East is essential. But it's equally important to recognize the powerful deterrents at play: the reality of nuclear weapons, our interconnected economies, and the constant efforts of diplomacy. It's not about being an optimist or a pessimist. It's about being a realist. The future is not predetermined. It will be shaped by the decisions made by leaders and the actions taken by people all over the world. Staying informed from reliable sources, engaging in thoughtful discussion, and supporting peaceful solutions are things we can all do. This can be a stressful topic to think about, and if you ever feel overwhelmed by the news, it's okay to take a step back. Talking to someone can make a world of difference. There are resources available, like mental health hotlines and support groups that can provide a listening ear and professional guidance. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you need to. Your well-being matters most. Thanks for watching and for engaging with this complex but important subject. We're all in this together, trying to make sense of our world. If you found this discussion helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into the issues that shape our lives. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation respectful and constructive. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.